Alright, this is my latest idea I wanted to try for my 3rd gen. It's one of these digital displays. I've wanted one of these for some time now, so I got it off eBay. That's by Intellitronix, and I think the old Nordskogs used to look like these. Pretty much it's a similar one that they were selling. There's also the Dakota digital version out there. I've seen that, but I like this one. I like the look better, and plus it costs a little less. I got the directions. I was going through them. I found a couple little flaws in there, but nothing too serious that I couldn't figure out pretty much on my own. But one thing I haven't figured out, which I haven't seen in there, is how to get this little button off of here. I don't want to yank real hard and break it. So it's just so I can install it. There's 2 switches that will have to be addressed here when I install them. I'll figure them out, which one's which, and I'll explain that later. But anyways, my first problem that I ran into that I realized is going to happen is my check engine light's going to come on. And I'm not sure if the Dakota digital ones work the same way. They might hook up very similar to this. But the reason being that this is going to kick the check engine light on is because the car is not going to know how fast it's going no more. Alright? And if you don't think that maybe in 1987 that mattered, well, it did. It does, and I know because I broke the gear on my transmission before for the speedometer, and the check engine light came on with a speed fault code. So here's the reason why. On the back of your stock cluster there is a pickup. I guess it works in a fashion like a cam sensor or crank sensor. It picks up the revolutions going on here from the cable driving the speedometer, and pretty much sends that signal, letting the computer also know how fast the car is going. So after I take apart this cluster, because you have to do that to install the digital, you need another cluster, or you need your stock cluster, and you need to take all your gauges out of it. Okay, and that's step 1. So knowing I take out all these gauges, that's going to leave this little guy here all by himself hanging back there. Or, well, I can't remove it, obviously, but I can leave it hanging there too, one or the other. But it's no longer going to know, because there's no spot on this one, obviously, for that to hook into, or for it to even really know how fast it's going. So I'm curious, because I know I overlooked these directions already, and it pretty much just, you hook up your speedometer to a new sensor on your transmission, and this now tells your new digital display how fast your car is going, in a sense, after it calibrates itself, which I can't even say it's going to be accurate. I don't know how they considered it accurate, but somehow this thing, you could self-calibrate it, and that is what one of those switches are for. Other than the fact that you'll be able to do knowing your 0 to 60 and quarter mile times now on this display will be able to tell you that, which is a cool idea, I think. That's what the other switch is for. Okay, here's the other one here. And after I figure out how to take these little ends off, I'll drill 2 holes and install them somewhere in the car. Anyways, I don't know what you guys think of these units, if you like them. Any of you guys tried them out there. I'm looking for someone that might have installed one. I know for a fact I'm going to get a check engine light. I'm pretty positive on it. I contacted the company already and asked them if they had any solutions, and they were unaware of this. So I don't know. Maybe the next couple weeks here, I'm gonna get to this and get this installed. Give an update video. And if anybody knows anything on or any tips or tricks on these, please feel free to leave a comment. Thanks.